So I'm going to rank my 6-star reads, and these are the books that broke my reading scale, so this is going to be incredibly hard. So I have 4 books, and they are Babel by RF Kuang, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. In 4th place, we have The Way of Kings, book 1 in the Stormlight Archive. I found this book absolutely amazing. I was so invested in the characters from like day dot. And for a book this long to be a slow burn that keeps you engaged for 1100 pages was insane, and it was something that I've just never ever come across before. In 3rd place, getting a bronze medal, is Babel by RF Kuang. This book I could go on about forever because it unlocked a different side of fantasy to me. It unlocked the side that allowed me to understand messaging and understand what themes actually meant and understand what character development actually meant for people in the real life world. This is also a book that I highly recommend everyone at least tries to read. It's not going to be a book that everyone loves. Some people will hate it, but it is one of those books that people can take things from, even if it is feeling uncomfortable because you're being exposed to something you wouldn't normally be exposed to and you don't like it. That's the idea of this book. In 2nd place, you can probably guess by the size, but that is Mistborn or The Final Empire. This book just pips Babel because I think they are both absolutely amazing, but my heart lies with epic fantasy, and this is a book that made me fall in love with it again. I was just very, very attached to the characters from the very beginning, similar to The Way of Kings, but this was so fast-paced. It had dopamine hits, it had threats, it had high stakes, it had messaging, it had meaning, and the plot was just immense. This book was sold to me as What If the High Lord Won, mixed with Oliver Twist and a heist, and I think I was just convinced from there. It lived up to it. It's very, very rare that a book lives up to what people can categorize it as. But that, of course, means that Words of Radiance, which is my favorite book ever, comes in at number 1. No surprise there. This book blew my mind. Every character that was amazing in The Way of Kings, book 1, just got to a completely new level, and genuinely the Cosmere is something I'm so attached to, mainly because of this book. Like, single-handedly, the character development and the feelings I had for these characters just grew exponentially. The Way of Kings was very carried by the main male character in that book, Kaladin, but then it got to Words of Radiance and all of the cast around him came up to his level and he got even better, and this had the best scene ever I've ever read in fantasy ever, and I'm just obsessed with this book. So I know that seemed like a lot of Brandon Sanderson, and I get it. I understand. I do have 3 Brandon Sanderson books that have broke my reading scale out of the 4 books that have done it. But bearing in mind, I only started reading again in September, and it's now the middle of May. My point is, in 6 months' time, when it gets to maybe November time, I'm going to then go back and redo this video and see if anything else has broken my reading scale, or see if anything else has got 6 stars. Because I genuinely want to see how I develop as a reader, how I develop as someone who understands messaging and understands themes and understands plots. But for now, it's these 4 in this order. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me? What books broke your ranking scale? Make sure to like, make sure to follow, and happy goddamn reading.